Hello and welcome to Trading 5 Talents. In today's video, we are going to learn how to exit an options position. But before we begin, just want to say I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any trades I mention are not trade recommendations, but either an example trade or a past trade that I've made. So please don't enter into any trades that you see here. Now let's get on to the video. So how do we exit an options position? Well, to exit, you simply do the opposite of what you did to enter the position. So if we imagine opening a position and then we want to close the position, if we sell an option in order to establish or open the position, then we need to buy that option back in order to close it. Typically what you think of though is a trader who buys a position. So they buy an option or they buy a stock low and then hopefully it goes higher and then they sell that particular position in order to close it. So they buy to open and they sell to close. But here at Trading 5 Talents, we are performing the wheel strategy. So we are selling first. So we sell to open and then we have to buy to close. So let's go over to Robinhood and I will show you how that would work. All right, we are here in my portfolio. We're looking at a workhorse put that I sold, and you can see the ticker symbol is WKHS. This is the $8 put, and it's currently trading at 9 cents. Now I sold this put for 23 cents, and I sold 2 of them, so that's why you see that -2 right there. So sold 2 at 23 cents a piece. My max profit is going to be 46 cents per share. I sold 2 contracts, so that's 200 shares, so $46 is going to be the max profit that I can receive. So currently I'm up $28. Now this particular option expires September 3rd. I plan on exiting this when it gets to around 5 cents. I have my order in already, and when it gets down to 5 cents, it should be executed and I'll exit. I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to get out of this trade with a good profit. All right, so how do we exit this position if we wanted to? Well, remember, I sold this put, so in order for me to exit, I need to buy it back to close it. And on the desktop application, Robinhood gives these terms right here: buy to close, sell to open. So that's very helpful because that's exactly what you want to do. Now, when you close a position, you have to close the same position that you're in. You can't close a different position. You don't go to the options chain and look for something to close. You simply go to your position. So if we went back to my portfolio here, I would simply come down to my workhorse down here and click on it. And that brings me to this page where I can now buy to close this position. Now I want to enter the number of contracts that I want to close. I have 2 contracts open, so I want to close 2 contracts. So here is where you would enter your limit price or what you want to buy your option back for. So here's the bid-ask spread, and then what you have already auto-filled in this limit price box is simply the mid price or the average price. So it's going to be around 9 cents. And I'll just leave it at that in this example. And then what I like to do as well is it defaults for good for day, which means that this order that I'm putting in to buy the option back to close it will expire once the market closes if it doesn't get filled. What I like to do is have it here as good till canceled so that that order stays open, and when the price gets down to right here, whatever I put in my limit price, then the order will get filled. And you simply click on review and then you're able to close that particular position. Now you can see right here it says I have 0 contracts, and the reason for that is because I have already placed an order. So if I click on this, you can see a few things here. So first of all, this is a good till canceled order, so it's going to stay in effect until it gets filled or until 90 days. I put my price in at 5 cents. That is, I want to buy it back at 5 cents. I'm closing this. I place the order. This is a buy order, and this is when I submitted it. I submitted it on August 25th for 2 contracts. So I'm telling Robinhood that I will buy 2 contracts back at 5 cents a piece, and I want to keep that order open until it gets filled or until 90 days expires, which that's not going to happen because this contract already expires on September 3rd, which is about 1 week. Okay, so that's how you would buy to close a position. Now, what if you bought an option? So let's go back here, my portfolio, and I have one here that I bought. This was a long time ago. So I bought this particular call option on NNDM, Nano Dimensions. And you can see if I want to close it, I simply tapped on or clicked on the option and it defaults to sell to close. And so I would simply enter in the number of contracts that I want to close. I've only got one contract open, so I can only close one contract. So sell that one, put in the price that I want, put this as a good till canceled or good for the day. Again, it's up to you. I just like to sometimes place my orders ahead of time, so I keep it as good till canceled, and then you can review the order. And so this is what you would see if you clicked on review order. It says you're selling your right to buy 100 shares of NNDM for $10 by December 17th. So that is, I'm closing my position, so I no longer have the right to buy 100 shares. So if you buy an option, you have to sell to close it. If you sell an option, then you have to buy to close it. You simply do the opposite of what you did to enter that trade. So another thing I want to mention is if you are on your portfolio and let's say you've got this particular call option right here, and you want to close this. So you might wonder, do I click on this or do I go to, F sell, look for that, and then try to close it from the stock page? Do I go to trade F sell options? Well, you can. It's just sort of the longer way around it. You click on the options chain here. Now you're going to have to go search for your particular option. You're going to have to look for the correct expiration, whether you're buying or selling, the call or put. So it's just easier to go to your portfolio, click on the option that you want to close, make sure it's on buy to close or the opposite of what you're doing, sell to close, buy to close, whatever you need to do to close your position, and then you enter your information. So you don't have to go searching through the options chain to find the option that you need to close. Just click on the option itself. So let's jump over to the mobile version. I'll show you how to do that. All right, so here we are in mobile, and let's just use this example down here at Workhorse. Where is it? Workhorse. So I simply tap on the option, go to trade, and because I sold this option, to open it, I need to tap on buy, and I'm buying it back. And the quantity that I had was 2 contracts, so I need to buy 2 contracts, and then I enter my price that I want, and then I can click on review. But if I click on review, it's probably going to say that I don't have any contracts to sell because I already have that order placed. So let's dismiss that and try a different example. So I'm going to X out of there, go back to my portfolio. So let's say I want to do this BB 1050 call. So I tap on that. Because I am selling this particular option, I want to go to trade and I want to buy it back. And then I click on how many, or I type in how many options I want to sell. I think that I have just 1 contract of this. I type in the limit price that I want, or I can just leave it as the default, and I click on review. And now it says down here in the order summary, you are paying $42 to buy back 1 open contract, which will release your collateral and remove your obligation to sell 100 shares of BB for $10.50 each on or before August 27th. So I can do that if I want. I'm just going to click out of here. Now you'll notice that on the mobile version, it doesn't have the buy to close, sell to open as it does on the desktop app. And that's hopefully something Robinhood can change. It just makes things a little bit easier so you know exactly what you're doing. You just go to your portfolio, tap on the option you want to close, click on trade, and then you're either going to do sell or buy, whatever you need to do to close your option. So you have to do the opposite of what you did to enter it. Now it doesn't show the good for day or the good till canceled options here. So what you have to do is come up to this gear icon, tap that, and now you can tap this right here, good till canceled. And you tap off of that. Now it's a good till canceled order. It defaults to good for the day. So if you want to place your order early and wait till it goes down to a price before you close, you need to tap on that gear icon and then put in this information and then tap on review, and then you can go ahead and swipe up to execute the order. So that's it. So that's how you close an options position on Robinhood, both on the desktop and the mobile version. If you have any questions about this topic or about selling options in general, just leave a comment down below and I'll answer it as quickly as possible. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about the wheel strategy and how I use it for lifestyle trading, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you can catch all the updates. Until next time, trade wisely and take care.